Hey friends, this is MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead. It has rained, and it's supposed to rain for 3 more days, so I'm going to take a break in the rain to get at these baby weeds. Those squash better start growing soon, or they're going to be totally taken over. But look, the paper, once it's been wet, it doesn't, you'd think it would blow away in the wind, but it doesn't, because once it's been wet and it dries, it sticks to each other and becomes a mat. Hoy, let's see. I thought I saw something in here. There is several watermelon plants. And I thought I saw a blacktail mountain one coming up over here somewhere. Looks much better than it was when it looked like that. Moving on. Didn't take much. I'm still weeding, but these are my parsnips. Anything with a round leaf there you see is a parsnip. This is my rutabaga bed. And if you remember, I just poured the leaves and scattered them. Now it needs thinning. But I have ruthlessly weeded and thinned out my rutabagas. You need to give them at least 6 inches on either side to grow to a nice size. If I find this bed getting crowded later on, I will thin it again. On to the beets. And when Howie gets home, he's whippersnipping. Okay, so I've weeded and deadheaded most of my cabbages. Now what I want to show you about deadheading these marigolds, the best time or the best ones to deadhead is once these dry and then the heads don't fall off, they tip over, they point to the ground where they want to reseed themselves. Right, pretty soon I won't have to weed this at all. It will be all marigolds and cabbages. So far so good. I ruthlessly weeded and thinned my beets and my rutabagas. I just got to finish those beans and weed my peppers. Okay, here's tonight's supper. The smell of which has been keeping me up all night. It smelled so delicious. This is all the bits I've collected in the freezer. Onions, tomatoes, baby bok choy. Just gonna lift those out. Now I actually didn't really need this broth, but why would I waste it? Like seriously, why would I waste such beautiful broth when it's going to add such a flavor to tonight's supper? Here is a jar. The last jar of home canned venison. A jar of my garden medley vegetables. Of my home canned kidney beans. Look at that delicious. And this is just going to putter and simmer all day. Now I got interested whenever Ma Ingalls talked about her bread sponge. So I tried an experiment last night. This is 4 cups of flour, 4 cups of water, a tablespoon of yeast, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. And I mixed it, and I put it in the oven with this silicone cover, and I left it all night. Let's start making bread. Let's get our dough hook in here. Look at how beautiful and bubbly that is. And we're going to put it on too. Look at that. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil, some salt. Going to add about 1 cup of our multigrain mix. And we're going to start adding the flour. 1, 2. My jug's almost empty. I'm going to have to get some from the freezer. All right, let's mix that and see how long it takes and if we need to add more flour. It's coming away from the sides nice. So we're going to turn it off. Drop that down. This goes back in the oven for another rising. All right, I'm going to make a loaf of bread and some rolls. Yes, my parchment is being reused. just going to leave these here, just like that, to rise. Look at this, folks. Better than store-bought and a quarter the price. I mostly do the heavy things like bedding in the dryer. When I have a light load like this, I like to put it outside. And that's today's nickel. This is venison vegetable soup. Gracie, back off. And that, now those are the smaller rolls. I'm saving the bigger Kaiser rolls for your sandwiches for lunch.
Awesome.
Thanks, baby. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and there's a little taste of somebody who asked me to go around showing what I do. This is what I do every day. Take care, God bless. Squeeze that quarter.